So hey everybody, how's it going? I'm literally just out of bed after catching a few hours sleep this afternoon to try and get ready. Hit the night shift again tonight. Definitely not as easy as it used to be. But you got to make hay while the sun shines. So we're coming into the best of the lunar cycle. And the fish are definitely on the beaches. There was an incredible amount of bait on a beach I was on last night. I mean, it was literally just stuffed, and the bass were behind it. So thrilling sport. I stopped counting, but in terms of really solid fish, mid 60s and plus, easily 10 fish. At one point, it was just a fish cast for me. What was interesting was Charles wasn't getting hit. So we changed needle, changed colour, same needle as I was fishing, weights, everything. And it wasn't until he changed his leader and dropped the leader right down to the same type of leader I was fishing that he started to pick up a few fish. So it goes to show you, it can be the small things, right? I'm fishing incredibly light at the minute. I'm using Varivas big trout, 14 pound. It's loads. Like, I mean, I've never caught a 14-pound bass. Have you? You know, why do we always fish 20 pounds fluorocarbon? Who came up with that idea? Like, you know, bass are no different to trout or any other fish. They can see, and when they see, they shy away. You know, sure, there are times when the bass are switched on and they'll hit anything. You know, you could throw the washing line in there and they'd have a crack at it. But there are other times when they're a bit more spooky and a bit shy, and there's lots of bait around, and they won't just go for everything. So you got to be a bit smart about it. You got to think about it, and you got to present that bait in such a way, in as natural a way as you can. You know, so that last night that meant, using a weighted needle that would flow in the current with very little retrieve. So the retrieve wasn't about actually getting the needle to move. The retrieve was just about staying in touch with the bait, right? So you keep this nice U-curve, all right, in your braid, and the rod point reasonably up, and you can drop that rod point down then, and it'll let the needle slide backwards and look even like sort of like a bait that's fluttering down and not doing so well, and that can induce a strike, right? So there's quite a bit to it, right? There's quite a bit to be learned. You know, as Charles, he's very disingenuous about his own skills. You know, he says, "Oh, it's just a stick of wood." Yeah, it's a stick of wood that, like, I banged over 20 bass on last night. You know, so that's not just a stick of wood. That's a little piece of magic. That's what that is. So I'm excited to go again tonight. As I say, you know, hitting the night shift is one thing in your 30s. Hitting it in your 50s is a different story. You know, I'm sweating in places I didn't know I had places like. But we'll keep you updated. We'll keep you posted. I don't know. The weather is pretty inclement, but I think it will be okay. Like, it's blowing from the southwest. I'm certainly going to bring the heavier kit tonight. We might need to up the weight of the needles to 32 grams, but I think we're going to be all right. Hopefully so. Anyway, we'll know pretty shortly. The darkness is not too far away, and that's when those fish are going to start to feed. So we'll talk to you all soon, and tight lines, everybody.